If you want to stop blundering in your games, watch how I think during this one. Okay, let's start the first game. So, as you see, first of all, I'm trying to develop my pieces. I will play Sicilian defense with black, and after that, we are just going to develop our pieces, and every move trying to ask ourselves just one question: why my opponent played that move? So here he played f4. Actually, I also don't know the opening that much, but I know one thing, which is very important during my game. I need to develop my pieces. That's why here I play d5, just to take the center, and then I'm starting to develop maybe my knights, my bishops. He played e5. Why he played this? He's also taking the center. Now I can develop my bishop maybe by bringing the bishop to f5. Knight f3, he is also developing his knight. And here we can play knight to c6, again developing one of our other minor pieces. Bishop to b5, he's finishing the development in the king side. And also pinning our knight on c6. So we just somehow ask the question why he played this move, and then the answer is he's pinning our knight on c6. What we can do is maybe playing a6 to remove this bishop from here, or another move to play e6 and then bringing the knight to e7. But I really prefer to play a6 here first to remove this bishop from b5. He took it. He will take it back with the pawn. Let's see what he will do here. Okay, so he castled. And here we can start to bring and develop our minor pieces in the king side. Maybe first playing e6 to open this diagonal for our bishop. Let's do that. Knight c3. Why he is doing this move? He just wants to develop the knight, and also maybe, I don't know, coming to here, but it's not dangerous for black yet. So I'm going to develop my bishop, but I have some options. I can bring the bishop to e7, or I can play c4 and then bring my bishop to c5 with a check. I think this is more interesting for me to play c4 first and then bringing the bishop to this diagonal with a check. Okay, king h1, he's also trying to put the king in a safe place. And now I'm going to develop my bishop. I will play bishop to c5 anyways. Okay, d4. And now I should ask myself one question. Why he played d4? Now he's attacking my bishop, so if I don't defend it, he will just capture my bishop. I can defend the bishop by moving the bishop, or I can just take it with en passant. Which one is the best? Let me calculate. I prefer to put the bishop maybe to a7, then I can play c5. I will play this move. Queen e2. Okay, why he's doing this move? He just wants to bring the queen out and also develop the queen, but maybe it's time to bring the knight to e7 or h6 to develop the knight and then going castle kingside. Let's see. I think I like this move somehow because I have these two squares later. So let's try this move. So honestly, most of the blunders will disappear after you ask yourself this simple question: why my opponent did that move? Try to ask it during your games and it will really help you. h3. Why my opponent did this move? Maybe he wants to play g4 to attack my bishop. And then if I go here, let's see if he does have something more dangerous. f5. No, it doesn't really work. So I guess I can just simply castle here. Let's go castle. g4, he did that. And I will play bishop to g6 to defend my bishop because he wanted to take my bishop. And one of the things from White's king side is that he's giving me also some kind of weaknesses by this attack. And if I get the chance to, I don't know, maybe later, if this knight is not here, bringing the queen somehow to h4, or I don't know, c5 to open this d square for my pawn, then maybe I will have also some crazy attacks. Let's see what will happen in this game. Knight g5. Why he did this move? Well, what he wants to do after? Actually, I think maybe he wants to play f5, but then I can take. If takes, I can take back with the bishop. So this pawn is also doesn't have any more defenders because this knight was the defender and now is on g5. What if we just take this pawn for free? Yes, let's do it. So as you see, when you are keep asking yourself these questions, then you will also find some mistakes from your opponent, and then you can also use them. Bishop e3, you just want to trade the bishops. Um, Now I see a very nice tactic, so I can just take the bishop, and if he takes back, then I can play d4 to fork the knight and the queen. Let's do that. First, let's check if we are not missing anything. No, we can just play d4, because if the rook goes to d1 to pin the pawn, we can just simply take the queen, and if he takes our queen, we can take the rook. Let's try it. Okay, he resigned. So Um, as you see, I was just keep asking myself why my opponent did that move and what was the reason. And by this question, I was also helping myself to find the moves better. And I hope this video helps you to ask this question in your games and stop blundering and just trying to find the best moves easier. If this helped you, like this video, subscribe to see more simple chess ideas. See you soon.